welcome back to the channel. It's kinda sus if you don't hit like and subscribe. Every kid loves water slides. Spending summer days at the water park is the best way to forget about school and everything else. Sometimes things don't go according to plan though, and today we're taking a look at some hardcore water slide fails. But make sure you stick around until the end. We've got some crazy clips for you to see. Who doesn't love a good backyard water slide? Probably this kid. Instead of sliding down like a normal person, this dude jumps onto the slide and gets bounced around and thrown onto the ground. Looks like the inflatable slide was getting revenge on this kid for trying to pop it like a balloon. They're called slides for a reason, dude. Maybe he should stick to trampolines. This guy isn't going to be nominated for any Parent of the Year awards. This dumb dad overestimated his athletic ability and ended up almost landing on top of his kid. Luckily, he manages to avoid disaster by doing some sort of awkward barrel roll at the last second. This is why dads should stick to grilling and leave the water slides to the kids. If I was that kid, I'd get a restraining order against my dad. That dude's a walking safety hazard. Oh look, another adult failing to complete the simple act of sliding down a water slide. This chick looks shaky from the start. Her knees are weak and arms are heavy. After screaming down the slide, she manages to knock the entire slide down, miss the weird tub of water completely, and land on a bunch of concrete blocks. I really don't know if she could have done more wrong if she tried. It's impressive how bad she is at this. This is a wipeout on so many levels. Congratulations, lady. You are the best at being terrible. Want to get a concussion and a broken back at the same time? It's so easy. Just copy what the chick in the next video does. I don't care how good you think your balance is, trying to slide down a water slide standing up is gonna be a bad idea. You're not some sort of pool ninja. You're just another person who's gonna spend their summer in a cast. If you're gonna do something like this, just make sure it's recorded. That way the rest of us can laugh at your pain. I've never been a picky eater, but there are some things I don't ever want to eat, like mud. The kid in the next clip doesn't have a problem with that idea. This dude launches off the end of the slide and gets some major hang time. He really sticks the landing by ending up face first in a puddle of mud. You should try eating a bar of soap next time. It probably tastes worse, but I'm sure it smells better. Turns out there's a super popular skin cleaning trend going around. It's a simple way to scrub your face really well. All you have to do is get a running start on a super long slide, and then slide face first all the way down. By the time you get to the bottom, you won't have any skin left to clean. So simple and easy. I can't believe no one's thought of it before. This lady is a trailblazer. What's the worst way to fail on a water slide? Not sliding at all. Getting stuck on a normal slide is bad enough, but a water slide? You can't live that down. It's literally designed for maximum speed. The girl in this video got a running start to help her out. No dice. She jumps onto the slide and stays right where she landed. In all fairness though, she might have been set up by her friend who looks like she's gonna slide but then stops at the last second. Either way, now the whole world has video proof that this chick is a failure at water slides. Another chick getting a running start ends in another complete wipeout. Doing the splits is cool if you're flexible enough and you actually want to do them. Doing the splits unintentionally is not fun and is a great way to pull a muscle. This chick somehow manages to mess up so badly that one foot goes in front of her while the other one goes back. You can tell by her yelling that this didn't feel good. At least she was able to slide a little bit, even if she was screaming the whole time. I guess she should stretch before sprinting in a backyard slide. I'm not sure what this dude expected. He built a giant slide in his backyard that ends at a bunch of bushes. But he still seems surprised when he ends up crashing into them. Probably should have thought this one through a little bit more. Actually, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we wouldn't have this great clip to laugh at. Videos like this are why I have trust issues. This girl is obviously sketched out by the giant slide she's about to go down, so they have someone at the bottom to catch her if she goes too far. Once she reaches the bottom, the dude down there just steps out of the way and lets her go over the edge. Not a cool move, but at least we got some funny content out of it. Remember guys, you can't trust anyone but yourself when it comes to water slides. Have you ever been hit by a human cannonball? No? You don't even know what that is? Okay, well check out this next clip to see what I'm talking about. These two girls are taking their sweet time going down this slide, when all of a sudden they see another girl hurling toward them at 100 miles an hour. You can see the panic in their faces as they try to get away, but it's too little, too late. They get smacked hard and go flying. That's gotta sting. This is what a bro move looks like. These guys were heading down a slide in a tube when one of them fell completely out. His buddy manages to reach out and grab him and get him safely back into the tube without injury. If you're not willing to risk your life on a water slide for me, are we really even friends? We all know there's a difference between a water slide and a diving board, right? Seems pretty obvious to me, but I guess this kid didn't get the memo. He's climbing to the top of the slide like a normal person at first, then he just yeets himself down from the top, face planting right into the water. He might not be good at using slides, but he's great at making us laugh. And in the end, that's what really matters. The raft rides at water parks are supposed to be safe. They're designed by expert engineers, tested for safety, and kept in good condition. Well, that's supposed to be what happens. Sometimes, though, things just go off the rails. Literally. Check out this crazy crash that happens after one of the rafts falls off the tracks and gets stuck in the way of the next one coming down. Looks like these people got some serious whiplash. Can you smell that? It's the smell of 100 lawsuits against whoever owns this park. You ever hear the phrase, "no man left behind"? These two obviously haven't. The chick just keeps laughing as they leave their friend in the dust. Seems like she's happy to ditch him on this obviously dangerous slide. Well, at least 2 of the 3 had fun. I know one thing though, that slide looks awesome. Some kids are just straight up mean. Watch this little girl throw a water balloon right at the kid on the slide's face. She's got a cannon for an arm and absolutely nails that little guy in the eye. She might have a career in the MLB ahead of her if she keeps this up. That was a crazy accurate fastball straight to the dome. I kind of feel bad for the other kid, but I'm mostly impressed with her aim. What is it with these girls laughing at people falling off of tubes? This chick laughs like a supervillain as she drags her friend behind her. I'll admit though, his screams are pretty funny. Watch this dude get whipped around and knocked all over this slide while his friend just keeps the camera on him. She's a bad friend, but she knows how to make great content. Remember the guy from earlier who slid right into the bushes? Well, we found someone who had an even worse idea. This dude thought that building a slide that ends at a fence would be a great idea. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. He picks up some major speed and ends up crashing through the chain link fence at the bottom of the hill. That's gotta leave a mark for sure. I gotta say though, I'm really happy that all of these people have their own cameras though. Here's another dude who gets a running start and ends up smashing his face into a fence. I'm beginning to think that they're doing it on purpose. That's the only way to explain this phenomenon. They say no pain, no gain, but I'm not sure what this dude gained from this except a trip to the dentist to replace the teeth he knocked out. It's a bird! It's a plane! Wait, it's just 3 people who got way more air than they wanted to on this crazy slide. I don't know how they did it, but they went flying off the end of this slide like they were shot out of a cannon. Too bad we don't get to see much of the landing. Actually, that's probably for the best. I bet it was a pretty gnarly scene. They should probably wear wings next time, or a parachute for that matter. Okay, I'm officially wearing a helmet the next time I get on a water slide. I've seen too many videos like this one where the chick launching off a ramp probably gets a concussion at the end. I have to admit though, it looks like she's having a blast even when the brain trauma's happening. I guess the lesson here is, don't do something dangerous unless it's also really fun, and you can afford a trip to the hospital afterwards.